I grew up in a small town, actually a few hours south of Stockholm, and I always had a passion and an interest from early age of music and visual creativity, and quite early I knew that I wanted to do something creative with my hands. And after finishing school in my high school, I was pursuing a career maybe more in science and things like that. But I quickly told myself that I wanted to do something more creative. I wanted to learn how to make things, and focusing a lot about clothing, about construction, about tailoring. And that one thing led to another, and I did a lot of internships in tailorings at the Opera in Stockholm, but I wanted to learn more and decided to, on a holiday trip, go to Italy and to France to see schools that could be interesting for tailoring and couture. And I opted for Paris. I felt that this is the place where I could learn and where I could explore my interest really in this department. And I applied for a school, like the Chambre syndicale de la couture parisienne, which is the union school of the haute couture houses. And I graduated when I was 19. It was an incredible time because I very quickly after school got a possibility to do an internship at Chanel. And of course you want to be in the studio with Karl Lagerfeld and design, but I opted for more of the way of, I wanted to learn the construction. I wanted to learn how to make a Chanel jacket, what is the secrets about the construction. And because I find it is an art in itself, how to make a beautiful garment. So I had a possibility to stay there for a few months, which was incredible. And later on, I got into another haute couture houses called Christian Lacroix, which was really an amazing, very colorful, very theatrical, in a way, house that had just started in Paris. And I was admitted like for a 2 weeks apprenticeship, but it ended up being almost 10 years as his right hand for the haute couture department. Something that I've always been passionate about is stripes. Putting two colors or two materials next to each other, and it creates a different balance. And not only at the fashion houses that I work for in Paris, stripes has been following me from an early age, and I'd really see stripes in a daily basis in nature, in newspapers, in magazines, in books, everywhere, and it's something that I enjoy a lot. Today I work with stripes in my water collages, which is like an aquarelle which I paint, and then I cut out the different flowers or motifs. But I do work with the stripes also when I do my sculptures or my more three-dimensional work, which the candle holders you see here, and where I mix materials and textures, which creates stripes in a new way for me. And this time At this exhibition, I'm introducing also glass, which has another dimension. Since the beginning, my inspiration has been very simple. It comes from nature. I think nature has everything in one way or the other when it comes to the forms, the shapes, but also in the colors. And that has been a lot of the inspiration for this exhibition and for many other things I do. Botanical Stripes is the way I'm showing it here today. It's an inspiration taken from a lot of different gardens in England, particularly one in the north of England called Leavenhall. And the garden there has a lot of topiaries, which are incredible and quite large scale. And they have a very graphic shape to them. And it's also been a lot of inspiration from there in my work that I've been doing today. It's kind of an interesting place where I'm actually doing all this up in Dalarna. It has a very strong connection for me. My mother was from the region, and it has a lot of traditions. A lot of artists has lived there. Carl Larsson, Anders Zorn, Axel Munthe was also had a place there, and it has a very inspiring region when it comes to craft and techniques, and it has meant a lot to me as a starting point for all of these pieces that I'm doing today. The process with the more three-dimensional work that I do with the sculptural pieces, the candle holders, it starts a lot with the ceramics, which I've been doing in Nitra. It's a very old ceramic factory, also up in Dalarna. They've been incredible collaboration for me in this process. The glassware I've been doing in Småland, which is an old place which has also an incredible history, and some people that have been incredible for me in this process. I think all of these pieces is incredibly important in this process. The stone, also the porphyr up in the quarry up in Sälen, which is specialized in Älvdals kvartsit, which is a red stone, and also the porphyr, which is very noble stone. Working with these people has been an incredible journey for me. One of the pieces in the exhibition is a work that I started maybe in 2016 when I visited Villa San Michele on Capri. I had a residency there, and it was an incredible time, and I was very inspired by the mosaic floor, which is very unique, very Italian in a way. And I did a sketch, and I perfectioned it when I came back to Sweden with different techniques of marble, and I also incorporated some of my stripes, of course, into this. But the idea was to do larger work in form of a tapestry. And I contacted this incredible place in Borlänge called Alice Lund, which is an old weaving place. They do handmade textiles and specialize in tapestry. And they have been taking it forward into swatch for a future tapestry, including wool, linen, silk, all different kind of materials, in getting this textures and the colors that I wanted to use, that I used in my drawing, taking it forward. So it's a whole new work for me, doing something that is in this kind of techniques. For sure, doing what I'm doing today has been a very big challenge, because I wanted to do something quite unique, and also using only people that craftsmen, and being myself in Sweden, So all of the things that you see today are made in Sweden. But I don't think I want to stop now. I'm not satisfied, and I think I've learned enough. I want to learn more. I have some ideas that I want to work more in copper. I want to do more iron work too, which is maybe in the next step for my journey and my creative process. I think there's so many more things that I would like to explore and see and learn about. So it's an endless journey.